hello to a what is of a game named Endless Space, made by Amplitude Studios, published by Iceberg Interactive, and in general this game is run by the Unity engine. This came out on Steam recently, and well, you can also buy it on GamersGate for 10% discount. But let's go over to the basics really. Options, gameplay, pretty simple. You can activate tutorial if you want. I've played this already, so I'm quite familiar with everything. When graphical settings, okay, there's subtitles, full screen mode, and all this jazz. But you go, hey, I want more settings. Well, it's actually, yeah, just it gives you just basic options, and then you can set it in however you want in detail. But this is the Unity engine, and I've seen a lot of Unity games like this. Because Unity is a very good engine to run on iPad and Android, including iPhone. So this game could go to those platforms as well, but it's just come to PC first, I think. Audio options, extensive audio options. Yeah, and let's go to the gameplay. So as you can see, the graphic fidelity is great. They put a lot of dedication to the artwork and the graphic to the game. This is actually like what you would see in a combat scene. So yeah. In essence, the game is turn-based. I'm just going to start a normal game on a single player, and the galactic events are essentially, it's all strategy, but the galactic events are all turn-based, and the combat sequences is rock, paper and scissors. And every time you start, you get a little video.
The oldest nation that we know of, the Amoeba strive to live in harmony with nature, with each other, and even in space with their ships. They have been watching and listening to the stars for ages, hearing the words of the cosmos itself. For the belief of the Amoeba is to represent all life and see that it lives in harmony everywhere in the galaxy.
And basically, as soon as you start the game, you're in the tutorial, and you just get, it's all like this, all pointed out like this. So I'll disable the tutorial for now because I know what I'm doing. Confirm, and essentially this is the interface. This is the galactic view, and I can scroll all the way back out, and this is the procedurally generated universe. Well, the art form, the artwork isn't procedurally generated, it's obviously picked at random, but all the stars and how they link up are pretty much all procedurally generated. And essentially what you do, okay, let's go to planets. So when you're here, essentially you can select different planets, but you have to research to colonize these planets. But first I have to exploit the planet. Namely, I have to, because this is an ocean, that doesn't give me anything. And you just kind of have to work things out. I'm just going to put something on this planet. I'll put food. because, well, we need food for later. And essentially, these are the buttons, the interface. I'll just go back. These are essentially the interface. This is a galaxy map. Empire, where you can view your whole empire. Your research tab, which shows your research tree, and also 4 arcs that you can go down. Science, exploration and expansion is kind of essential. Galactic warfare, kind of, you only really need to research in it if your race is dedicated into it, is focused that way. But if not, it's not really needed. Sciences, of course, important. Research is really important. And diplomacy and trading, also 2 things that are really important. So you basically have got 3 trees that are kind of important. 1 which is just meh. It's not really that important. But if you're in a sticky situation, yes, you're going to have to go and invest points down it. And of course you can zoom in, and then you can read what each of these give. But if you note, there's like little squares and little triangles. Triangles indicate improvements that you can do to your planet, and little squares is improvements that you can do to your ships. Objects that have stars or nothing whatsoever just affect globally, galactically, I should say. And now I'm gonna switch to fleet management. That's all you need to know for research, really. It's you do it whatever you have to, however you want to research. And then there's fleet management. Essentially, you can modify current designs with different design of ships. Well, these are the same design but different function, and this one's a cedar ship. You get more ships that I'll show in a bit of a save game that I did. And then, of course, when you get upgrades, you're going to upgrade these, and they're going to be newer versions. So, in order to retrofit, you can also name everything. You can merge groups together, but in order to improve old ships, you have to retrofit. And in order to retrofit, you have to use a currency called dust. Dust is essentially the remains of a superior galactic species that went extinct called the Endless, hence endless space. But essentially you buy everything. If you want to buy out of the turn-based system, or buy stuff that doesn't take turns, basically increase the acceleration of progress with your civilization that you're controlling, you can buy it out with dust. Essentially a balanced way of trying to get ahead of the game. In essence, you could say purchasing research, well, you can't purchase research, but you can buy out improvements and you can refit your ships with dust. So increasing that capacity is kind of essential, really, to be ahead of the game. And you want your dust, you kind of want your dust level to be low. This is essentially your diplomatic view. At the moment, we've discovered no one. So this holocron here is blank, but my holographic display is showing me, and you can view yourself if you like, if you love yourself too much. And then here you can buy heroes. I don't know, as an amoeba, why I would want human or, well, human heroes, but okay, I guess. But essentially they give special bonuses. You can assign them to planets to help them out progress a little faster. If it's like a new colony, you can put them there and they'll progress the system faster, or you could put them in a fleet where they give insane buffs and can really decide the factor of a whole battle. Okay, so essentially that is it. That's it in a nutshell. That's the game. But then again, you have the combat. And the combat system is a bit different. It's not turn-based at all. It's not real-time. So, what is it? What is the combat? So, essentially, you can end turns and, well, if you try and end a turn and you don't have a technology running, it will prompt you like that. I was just trying to remember if it did anything. So, I would have to select a research, and then I can do a turn. As so. So, enough with that. The game is very lengthy. It's a very long-term game. You can have games up to 300 turns. But they pretty much end... a normal game with the AI normally ends around 300 turns. So you kind of want to aim to beat the AI around 300. But that's more of a personal note to me than you guys. And essentially you can just quit and you get all the stats. All lovely stats of how everything went on. So, we'll load up a game, which I played already. It's not 299 turns, it's actually a 300 game. But it's also of the Amoeba race. Doesn't spoil anything else. It's the first race I kind of went towards. And I am... It's just loading everything up. It's just taking a bit of time. Yes, I'm hated by another Amoeba. Because, you know, why not? I want to take this, and you just simply right-click on that, and it'll go. And now I can click here, invade enemy stars, enemy system with fleet orbiting. And now I'll end the turn. I don't think I have stuff researching, but that's okay. Essentially, I've got the biggest ships here, and you can see everything. You've got fighters, but that's what I named them. Husks and dreadnoughts. That's what I named them. You can name them whatever you like. So... Yes, I am defeated. I do know that. This is a game where I did lose. I came second, but only narrowly. And, of course, your heroes level up over time if you assign them to stuff. Of course, the other AI tries to... No, I'm not going to refuse a ceasefire. You're weak and petty, and I'm going to kill you. Of course, research done, and also any production done on planets are also notified. Yeah, in turn. Come on. Can I get a battle? Yes, I am defeated. I do know that. Thank you. Gonna try and provoke a battle here. Yes, I do know that, thank you. I do know I'm defeated. Oh, they didn't bother. I took, yes, I do know that. Okay, we captured the system, so we can now improve it to however we like, but I don't care. I want to show the combat system. Okay, we're definitely going to get some battle here. Of course, I've researched engines that allow me to jump the gap between these strings. You normally start by navigating these strings, and these are wormholes, and you have to unlock research to do that. So I'm obviously just gonna win. And now this is where the combat is a rock paper scissors system, but with a difference. It's a card based rock paper scissor system. So I can go first action. And I choose my second action. And then my third. Say that. And basically these are the two fleets, and this is the battle contains 3 phases. So we basically, both of our cards won, they didn't counter each other. And I just totally just wiped them out. They didn't even have a chance. They just got wasted. What the? One of my ships died. Bastards! They wiped one of my ships out. And essentially the 3 phases is the whole battle. Whoa, there's a shit ton of fleets here to go through. And essentially, yeah, that is it. I could just mow through all these fleets all day now. So I'm gonna call it there. I think that's well done. And this is all the stats. Actually, I've victory. Okay, cool. I won. I don't know how, because this was a game that I lost. But I won on score. And essentially that is kind of it, to be honest. The graphics are great, the sound's great. But when buying, you get the soundtrack for the game, so kudos for that. I always like soundtracks. I've been Eletro Bull, and I hope to see you next time.